Good afternoon Twitch, and hello YouTube. Welcome back to another live stream where today we're doing something a little bit different. As a lot of you may know, I have now finally, after about 2.5 months, finished my rocket fuel factory. Meaning, I don't know what else to do, except I've got a plan. Essentially, the second factory that I was going to try and build after my rocket fuel factory was my plastic and rubber factory. Now that I've done that, I want to swiftly move on to iron. But when it comes to iron, I don't know how much to make. All that I know is I'm going to need a lot of it, and a lot of iron products, but I don't know how much. And there's an easy way to see how much I'm actually going to need with all the bunch of different alt recipes I'm currently using. And that's to calculate the space elevator parts for phase 5. So that is what we need to do. We've currently finished one of them, which I believe was like the easiest one. I can actually double check what one it even is called. It is the biochemical sculptor. We've done that. I'll show you that very quickly when I get into the gameplay. But today we are doing the AI expansion server, I believe it's called, which is far more complicated because you have to make quantum computers, or neuro quantum computers as they're known in the game, mixed with a bunch of other stuff as well. So it is going to be rather complicated and rather challenging, but we have to get it done since I'm going to be making it, so I might as well just do the calculations today. Am I going to get it all done in one singular stream? Probably not, because, again, it's rather intense. But hopefully we can try and get at least half of it done, and then I'll try and finish it off camera or do a part 2 tomorrow. Let's see how things go, because in regards of gameplay, I can't really continue or build any of my factories until I know what exactly my factory is going to be making. Because if you go in blind with these factories, it's okay, you can do it. But I'd rather logistically have everything planned beforehand, which makes building a lot easier. For example, let's say my factory, my iron factory, I've got 5,000 iron plates being made and 1,000 iron rods, but it turns out that I need 2,000 iron plates and 3,000 iron rods. I then got to reorganize everything, and then everything else that's then made from those iron rods and iron plates then has to be reorganized as well. It's a massive waste of time for you for watching the next 50 streams, and for me for having to do all of it. So if we do this first, it should be a lot easier just to organize ourselves with. So again, fingers crossed this will be the way that I want to try and commit to this. So looking forward to it. Welcome Glitch, first one here today, and welcome Sam, hope that you're doing good as well. Again, hello to everyone who's watching on YouTube and Twitch. It is awesome to have everyone tuning in already today. So thank you very much for that. So starting off, yeah, here's the biochemical sculptor. Unfortunately, I'm actually changing this recipe slightly because of my computer recipe. I've decided that I want to redo this and go with our classic computer recipe, which is, if I can find it, I believe it's this one? Yeah, the crystal computer. I love this recipe. The main reason as to why I like it is because you end up using quite a lot of crystal oscillators, especially when it comes to radio control units, I believe it is. So I like just being able to make them all in one factory, and I'm most likely going to make my circuit boards in the same factory as my crystal oscillators, then just get some reinforced iron plates in, and there you go, you got some computers most likely being made in the same factory as the crystal oscillators and the circuit boards. So that makes things really, really easy. Also, it's the only recipe that doesn't involve crude oil, and I think that's kind of cool. So yeah, I think that's the recipe we are going to commit with. So I do actually have to change this recipe slightly. I'll do that off camera though, just to save you the boredom. But yeah, it's essentially involving water, like 5 water per minute. I mean, it's fine. This is to make a 1 biochemical sculptor, by the way, not like 20. This is just 1 per minute. We got 20 Ficsite trigons, for which I'm using Caterium for, since it's just the best one to do. Computers, as I say, that is changing. Adaptive control units, which should be rather interesting to try and make. Yeah, heavy modular frames, automated wiring. That's actually really simple. Like, automated wiring is very simple to do. Literally, it's just iron and cable, if you use the Stator recipe. Although you could use Caterium and wire, you could use coal, iron, and copper, and then the extra iron from this. But because of this recipe, I'm only using iron to make my automated wiring, which is pretty cool. And welcome, Vinod. Hope that you're doing good. You're setting up crude oil today. Hopefully we're going to get modular engines done. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, modular engines are a pretty big part of the game. I believe they're a space elevator part for phase 3. along with the adaptive control units and versatile frameworks, I believe. So that should be pretty fun. Also, let me just load into the game. There we go. I was actually testing my plastic and rubber factory off camera, and something's gone wrong. Essentially, I'm not making enough fuel somehow, which I should be, but I'm not. So that's fun. That's really fun to try and figure out what's going on there. But we'll get it done. And I believe to make one AI expansion server, we need one magnetic field generator, which in itself, I just disconnected my headset, which in itself is nuts. Plus, you need the Neuro quantum processor, which again, by itself, is pretty crazy. Plus, a superposition oscillator, which again, by itself, nuts. And then 25 excited photonic matter, which is essentially a free liquid that you get, or gas, that you get from the converter. You literally place down the converter and it generates it automatically. It's really cool. Obviously, if you've used it before, you know what I'm talking about. If you've never used it before, I'll show you. But I've demonstrated it in a couple videos. But literally, just go over to your converter, select excited photonic matter, and it's making it automatically. It's really cool. Obviously, you do have to connect power to this machine, but because I'm playing without power, you don't have to do that. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. But let's start with the magnetic field generator. I mean, the fact that we're even starting with it, like this, oh, you know what, it's nuts. If you ever made this, you know it's not, like, easy to make. But let's see what recipes we've got for this thing. I believe there's only one, isn't it? Yep. Okay. And again, the AI expansion server is a space elevator part, hence why I'm doing that today. The easiest of all the space elevator parts, really? I mean, for the phase 4 parts, actually, what else even is there? There's the assembly director system. I feel like this is the easiest. Because when it comes to adaptive control units, you're already making it. And then when it comes to supercomputers, you're probably already making that as well. So all you've really got to do is just link them both together, and there you go, you've already finished one of your space elevator parts. I feel like this is relatively simple. Thermal propulsion rockets. No, that's not that easy. And the last one is the nuclear pasta. I mean, the copper powder, in regards of, like, logistics is okay. It's just quite a lot of copper, isn't it? It's tons of copper. If you use the pure copper ingots, you definitely do end up saving a bunch of copper. So I do recommend doing that, especially for that recipe. When it comes to the pressure conversion cubes, these things are a bit more challenging to try and make. But they're not, like, impossible. It's not easy either. Welcome, Necrotech Ian. Hope that you're doing good. You need to play more of this game called Calculator. That comes free of your computer to get better at numbers if you are producing too little or something. Well, luckily, we're not. But, we'll use it if I have to. There we go. Magnetic field generator. So, I believe I have to make one of these things per minute, and they're made in the assembler. Because if I go to my AI expansion server, which I believe is made... No, it's not. It's made here, isn't it? I keep forgetting this is like a thing, isn't it? So yeah, it's one magnetic field generator, one Neuro quantum processor, one superposition oscillator, then 25 excited photonic matter. Yeah, okay. Go back over to here then. Mag. There we go. Then one of you lots. I won't be calculating the power required or the machine usage for this recipe. I'm just talking about resources used. Because if I was to calculate every machine and all the power, I would be here until next year. And I don't want to do that. For your sake and for mine. Mostly for mine. So we are going to need 2.5 versatile frameworks. Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. Versatile framework. That's 2.5 per minute. We're also going to need only one electromagnetic control rod. That's not too bad. Take that. Thank you, by the way, for all the support on yesterday's video. Control rod. I'm glad that a lot of you guys ended up enjoying that, because it's one of those videos, it's not like best recipes for computers or heavy modular frames. Something which a lot of people end up making. It's an item that obviously a lot of people do make, but not as many as computers and heavy modular frames. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people quit Satisfactory by that stage. So I don't know how these videos will do, but as long as they can help someone, then I'm completely fine with it. You're also already making frameworks, and electromagnetic control rods are easy. Yep, that is true. Versatile framework, so 2.5 per minute, and I believe they're made here, aren't they? Is there an alt for these things? I don't actually know. They're oh, no, involves plastic. No, or rubber even. I'm not doing that. New. Only one. Wait, that's wrong. I was gonna say that shouldn't be 1.3. 1.25 modular frames and 15 steel beams. Okay. It's not too bad then. So modular frames 1.25. It's not a lot at all. What was that one? Steel beams 15 per minute. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Nice. I'm very good at English. And you'll attach to there, then you'll attach to that one. Why would you do that? Okay, now we have to move on to modular frames. And I've already got a modular frame recipe, which is over... Is it you? Oh, it actually is. Wow. Okay. Fantastic. Move this over here. Get that out the way. Essentially, obviously the numbers here aren't correct. What I could do is divide everything here by 10, then times it by 1.25, which is a possibility, but I'd much rather just calculate it manually instead. And just get rid of the numbers here. There we go. I do love this recipe. It's extremely simple. It doesn't, well, it uses quite a bit of iron. However, it only uses iron, and I quite like it for that. Makes life really simple. Wait, was that steel pipes? Ah. Wait, I'm using this recipe. 191 iron ore. Oh, wow. That's actually kind of insane. It's been so long since I last made a video about modular frames, I kind of forgot how good this recipe actually was. No, that is actually better. Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. So in that case, I'm going to add you lot to here. And squish you in nice and tight. Let's try and see what we need. I stopped talking there the second the music stopped playing in the background. That was terrible timing. I hope that you guys can hear the music, by the way. If it's too loud or too quiet, let me know, and I will adjust the volume of it. So, 1.25 modular frames. Where are you made? You're not made in the assembler? Where the hell are you made then? Because you require iron plates and steel pipe. Or maybe it's called something else. I assume it's called something else. Not, yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, steel frame. Fair enough. 1.25. Wow. 0.84 reinforced iron plates. And we'll go 4.2 steel pipes. Then let's calculate steel pipes first and just get it out of the way with 4.2. That's not 2, that's 3. 16.8 iron ingots. There we go. And then 16.8 iron ore. Although, I suppose I'm trying to make the best recipe here. So, I wouldn't really be making my iron ingots directly just from iron ore. I'd be using that in the refinery. So I've actually got to change that, so that won't actually be correct. We'll keep it there for now then. Then moving on to reinforced iron plates, we are making 0.84 of them per minute. I believe we are using this recipe, but we're not using regular wire, we're using iron wire, just to, again, to make sure everything here just uses iron. Steel frame with stitch plates is stupidly good. It is, yeah. It's not too bad at all, is it? Yep. 0.84. Wow. That's 2.8 iron plates, and when it comes to wire, that's 5.6. Okay. Again, like 5.6 wire per minute. It's nothing really when you think about it. In fact, if you look at everything we've calculated so far, I haven't yet added up all the iron ingots, which I'm sure is going to be quite a bit when you go for these on. But really, to make one magnetic field generator, you're not required to have that much items. Like, sure, it's like 2.5 versatile frameworks, plus the electromagnetic control rod. So it does add up, but little bits and pieces like this isn't really that expensive at all. Like 4.2 steel pipe, 0.84 reinforced iron plates. It's really good. For the most part, at least. There we go. Iron wire. And again, 5.6. When you think you could probably make hundreds of wire from one node, it is really decent. We'll go 3.2 there for the iron ingots. For iron plates, I'm just using the basic recipe. There are other iron plate recipes you can use, which I don't bother personally. Because, first of all, this requires crude oil. Don't particularly want to do that. And then this requires steel ingots. So you could do this if you really wanted to. Like, if you've got, like, a bunch of steel left over. But again, I feel like the basic recipe is simple. And, of course, the constructor costs less power than the foundry, so that's easier as well. And there's no cord involved. And, of course, you could make steel ingots using a bunch of other things there as well. Like petroleum coke. But again, I don't particularly want to be doing that. So I think this recipe is decent for what I need. And we need 2.8. Which in total is 4.2 iron ingots. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm going to get rid of that, then get rid of that. I think then what I want to try and do here is actually get rid of that connection. You come down over there and add up all three of these ingots combined. Like so. So you can come in a little bit. Don't know why you're so far away from everything else there. It won't bite. And we'll add you over there. Then copy and paste you over. And change this to water. We'll calculate in just a moment. 4.2 plus 3.2 is 7.2. Plus that is 8. 16 plus 8 is 24. That's actually a really good number there. 24 iron ingots to make 1.25 modular frames. So, what is it then to make one modular frame? If I do... Is it 20? It is 20. I think. 24 divided by 125. Okay, that's 0.192. 0.192 times by 100 is 19. Really? So it's only 19.2 iron ingots to make one modular frame. It seems really good. Wow. It's the most convenient. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Satisfactory is that there are sometimes better recipes that you can use, but logistically, they are a lot more complex. So if you do want to go out of your way spending potentially hours to create a recipe that might save you on like 200 iron, but logistically requires 3 more items instead, and potentially even crude oil, is it worth it? Personally, I don't think so. There's no reason why you might not want to do that. Well, no, there is. It's a bit of a waste of time in some cases. 13 iron, and we'll go 7.4 water. Wow. So in theory, we are only using 13 iron ore to make our 1.25 modular frames there for our versatile frameworks, for our magnetic field generators, for our AI expansion servers. That's not too bad. I'll definitely take that. Moving on now, we've got our 15 steel beams. I believe... Oh, what recipe do I use? I believe it's the one involving concrete, the molded one, isn't it? Which is made in the foundry. This one. And the reason as to why I use this recipe is because you end up saving on coal and you save on iron. You do use a bit more concrete. However, I believe it is generally worth it. Especially if you use the, whatchamacallit, the solid steel ingot alt recipe, you then save extra amounts of coal. So essentially, if you use this recipe, you are saving 2 different loads of coal, which is fantastic. That means you can spend more coal on diamonds, or in your coal generators, or anything really, because coal is required for a lot of things in this game. So this way, again, you are saving twice on coal, which I'm happy with. You can get those numbers just directly from... I know, but I find that so boring. If I wanted an AI to do the work for me, I would just download an app and do it. But, no. I like to have a bit of fun when I do these builds, rather than relying on bots to do it for me. I find that extremely boring. Okay, so we need to make 15 of you, which requires 40 steel ingots and roughly 27 concrete. Okay. Too bad. Usually down to that size. What did I just do there? I don't know what that was, but it wasn't right. In concrete, it was 27. Brilliant. That's not too bad. And again, with our steel ingots, just very basic recipe here. However, having said that, it's still a very good recipe. Otherwise, I wouldn't use it. No, what's it called again? Solid steel ingots. 40 of those. Yeah, look at that. See, this is 27 coal per minute to make our 15 steel beams. However, if I wasn't to use any alt recipes, let's see what it's going to end up being. First of all, it's made here, isn't it? There we go. So we need 15. So that right there is 60 steel ingots rather than the 40 that we're using. So 60 steel ingots. Is 60 coal. And now I'm only using, what was it, 27? So we are saving half, more than half of our coal, essentially just by doing a couple very, very basic recipes. I'm very happy with. 40. Yeah, look at that, that's fantastic. Okay. The only downside I can think about with this recipe is that you need to make iron ingots before you add it into this machine, which obviously requires more power and more room for your constructors or smelters or your refineries. Again, you are saving resources though, so I feel like it is worth it. If power's not a concern. If power is a concern, then fix your power grid. And when you have fixed your power grid, power won't be a concern. I know, crazy. That's the most important thing in Satisfactory, well, other than having fun, obviously. Like, gameplay-wise, I feel like the most important thing you can do is make sure that your power grid isn't shite. Because if it's shite, then you're going to have such a miserable experience. You might build a fantastic new factory that you just spent 3 weeks working on, but if your power grid doesn't work, then your factory shuts down. Then what? Then you're going to spend a month building a new power system whilst none of your factories are turned on because your power can't handle it. It's not very fun that way. Again, 27 iron ingots will then make... Let's see. And yeah, I know, by the way, this is going to require a lot of iron, this project. I'm okay with that. It's iron. Like, come on. It's everywhere. Like, if you go to the grass fields, how much iron is that? Even the Dune Desert. Like, I know the grass fields is fantastic when it comes to iron nodes, despite the fact that they are literally the worst nodes in the game in regards to purity, like they're pretty much all impure. But there's so many of them. If anything, that might even be where I set up my iron factory, just because there are so many iron nodes there. I feel like it would be a waste not to. If you haven't seen the map, by the way, I will show you. I might have to watch a video just to get access to it. No? Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah, it is very interesting. Get rid of you lot, get rid of you lots. So here's a very quick look at iron across the world. Look at the Dune Desert, right? It's fantastic for iron. Of course, my starter factory is currently down, like, this part of the map. My Fixmas factory is then up there. So this would have, most likely, hopefully, all of the iron that I'm going to need for my world should be in this one biome alone. Although if I do need more, like, look at all these iron nodes over there. Like, these are all pure nodes as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 1,200. 7,200 if I'm not mistaken. 7,200 iron per minute in 6 nodes. Then over here, like, it's absolutely just, it's a gold mine out there. That's why when I build my rail for my plastic and rubber factory out here, it's going to be used for a lot of other things here as well. So just adding that, and maybe even that, combining it with that, then I doubt I need more iron than that. But look at all the iron nodes down here though. Like, look at these clusters. There's tons of clusters. But again, they are all shite in regards to purity. It is what it is. If you're new to the game though, it's not a bad start. It's not great though either. Anyway, 27 iron ingots. How much are you going to sell us back? Oh, wow. It's actually not too bad. Myro's being updated. Oh, that's a bad time for my editing thing to be updating. Oh, there we go. Connection restored. Good. I feel like the app just had an update right there, which is not the best timing. 14.6. Water is 8.4. Okay. So far, just to make 2.5 versatile frameworks, we are needing, what is that, like less than 28 iron ore? That is, like, I feel like that's really good. 28 iron ore to make 2.5 versatile frameworks and nothing else. Because normally, just looking at this recipe here, you would need coal and... Oh, we haven't done this yet. Ah, boo. It was too good to be true. And a bit of limestone, but I mean, still, that's not even that bad. So what's that? 27? So, actually, 47 is quite a lot. In all fairness. But it's still not too bad, really. So you are limestone. And that's going to be, we'll say 41. I like to round up a little bit. I find it's a lot easier. And then 34 water per minute. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad, really. And all said and done, it could be worse. So in total, it's around about 27.4 iron ore, roughly 41 limestone, and quite a bit of water. But it's water, it's not that difficult to come by. Especially when you're mass-producing things. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to mass-produce everything. Which should be very nice. Want to drop your save file to that map thing? I don't know how you do it. I know it says how to do it, but I can't find my save location. So, I've got to try and find that first. But then after that, I will probably end up doing as you say. That's probably a good thing to do. Okay, moving on now, we have got our electromagnetic control... Oh! Thank you very much to Biblo Natako. Bipolar Taco.
Bipolar Tachi subscribet to channel.
No one clipped that pronunciation. Bipolar Taco, thank you very much for the sub. And welcome to the channel, hope that you enjoy your stay. Electromagnetic control rod. What an absolute, like, painful name to have to keep on saying. Oh well. Actually, didn't I do like a best recipe video on this, which I don't think you guys have seen just yet? Bit of a spoiler for... What day is it today? Probably Friday's video, but oh well. Where did I stuff it? There it is. Wait, no it's not. Yeah, okay. This middle one. So it's got... In regards to copper, it's really good. Iron, it's really good. Caterium, it's good. It does use raw quartz, but that's okay. I feel like this middle recipe is the best one, which is the connection rod. Power-wise, you do consume more than that. However, it's like 20 megawatts extra, so I don't really care too much about that. Okay, we'll go with the electromagnetic connection rod. See, if I didn't do that, if I didn't make that video, which again you haven't have seen just yet, then I would not have known that was the best recipe. I'm lost. I would not have known that was the best recipe. Welcome, Jonas. That's where I thought it was, but I can't find the factory game save, though. I'll screenshot it, though. There you go, so I can see that in a minute. After the stream's over. I can double check it again, but I couldn't find it last time. Although I am slightly blind, I feel like, so maybe that's the reason why. If anyone remembers the Fixmas calendar, that day that I spent a good 15 minutes trying to find one number, I should have probably deleted that stream. Also, speaking about streams I got deleted, I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but my stream from a couple days ago got copyright striked and blocked worldwide. Did I do something extremely naughty? I actually did. I watched 3 seconds of a meme which had football in the background, and the Premier League was like, no, you can't show that clip from like 15 years ago. So I had to like trim it out the video, but I think now the stream is back up. It was the plastic and rubber stream, where I think the title was like making 2,000 plastic and rubber permits, something like that. But yeah, that stream actually got blocked worldwide. Normally my streams get blocked in Russia. That happened quite a lot. And I believe that's because in Russia they've blocked quite a lot of Western music, especially since the war in Ukraine started. But when it comes to the Satisfactory OSTs, it should be fine in Russia. It should be allowed. But let's see. Yeah, I thought that was a bit weird. But it's so strict when it comes to football and like sports like that. If you show 3 seconds of a meme, it wasn't even like anything to do with football. It was literally a lady on the football pitch screaming, "Let's be having you." But apparently that was enough for a copyright strike. How dare you? I know, I should be in jail. Welcome, Vinkberger. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome. The user is... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's figure out our status. And again, I've already made a Stator best recipe video and a high-speed connector best recipe video. So that's handy. That definitely does make things a bit handy. In fact, wait. I think I've got a good recipe over here, don't I? What are you using? That's the modular frame one. Okay, right. So status should be somewhere down here. It was a fairly recent video, wasn't it? Status. No, that's reinforced iron. There we go. So you're the best one. Why is that? Oh, because you literally just use iron. Fair enough. Whereas everything else uses caterium, coal, iron, copper, coal, iron. Just iron. It does consume the most power. Don't care much about that. It doesn't consume any, well, it doesn't require any foundries, which is great. So yeah, this is pretty good. Welcome, Dr. Caesar. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome, Call You Shenpei. Hope that you're doing good as well. Well, thank you very much for the follow as well, Dr. Caesar, over on Twitch. Very kind of you. I do greatly appreciate that. Okay, let's get rid of this here for a second. Get it out of here. Lovely. And this is 10 status per minute, and we need 1. Oh, that's actually incredibly helpful. All I've got to do is just this. Wow. Wait, 4... Ooh, I've actually got to redo this part, though. So, get rid of that. Then come over to there. And do this. And I believe that should be it. And combine these two numbers together, which is 16.5. Wow, I just saved myself a good 10 minutes there easily. Okay. And you can actually... Wrong one. You connect to there. You then connect to there. You guys can go up here a little bit. There we go. Have you done that? Okay, this just does not want to cooperate. I will force it to, though. There we go. I'll actually just get rid of that in the end, to be honest. Okay. There we go. Make sure that's roughly lined up with this, which I think it is there. I will nudge this slightly over here. My patience is being tested. Ah! There we go. I'll move that over there as well. Brilliant. So now we've got 16.5 iron ingots. When we put that into our refinery, what's that going to give us? Probably something pretty decent, I would say. I'm going to say 9 iron ore. Okay, 8.885. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. There we go. That over there as well. You are a little bit tight there, aren't you? So can I try and move you up just a little bit more? Then move you up a little bit more. Perfect. And look how simple it is. It's so simple. Satisfactory can be a very simple game. Unless you're like me and you choose to overcomplicate every single thing that you decide to do. Whoops. 5.1. Cheeky little 5.1. Like, this is what I mean, right? Like, 8.9 iron ore to make a stator. In my head, at least, that sounds very, very good, because you're literally not using anything else except for a bit more water. But again, that's 5 water per minute, which is 1/25th of a water extractor, something like that. That's not too bad. And again, high-speed connectors. If you guys saw yesterday's video, you'd know where I'm going with this. Boom. I think I like this one, isn't it? It's got the best power consumption. Don't include this recipe because this is like the additional water recipe. When it comes down to these two, it's got the best power consumption. It uses almost half the amount of copper. It uses less, in fact, no iron whatsoever. It uses less deuterium, but it does use a... Whoa, Quartz Queen with the sub. Welcome to the stream. Thank you.
Queen Charmici El Subscribetta Tichinel.
Thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the channel. And it's a pleasure to have you on board. Welcome. You finished the first half of your starter oil factory today. You turned the oil into fuel to generate 10,000 megawatts. And you're going to turn the polymer resin into plastic and rubber. Yeah, I think that's what I did as well with my starter factory. It's a good thing to start off with, that's for sure. It's very good. That's okay. That's all good, Necro. That's a fair excuse. That's okay. I'll give you that. That's alright, man. You do you. Okay. So if I divide everything here by 8, it will then give us the exact number that I need. So I suppose I could do that, or I could do it all manually. I don't know. I think it might just be a bit easier, and I'll double check it as well, just to do it by hand. With all this stuff here as well, because I've actually got to add in some extra stuff here, to be honest. Absolutely, we do. So you've actually got to. You can remain. This recipe here is completely different to what I actually need it to be, in a way. It's like same, but different. You're going to go over to there, then you're going to go over to here. And the reason why I'm doing this is so I can do this. Yeah, so I think it's actually slightly easier that I am just to restart this recipe here from scratch. You're going to move down here a little bit, because I absolutely hate when the line does that. I know why it does it, I don't necessarily want it to. That's a bit better. So I'm happy with that. When it comes to our silica, there's a couple different silica recipes I have seen people pointing out in my videos. Yes, I do read my comments. And it's this recipe... Where is it? It's none of these, I don't think. Oh, wait, no, is it this one? No. It's something to do with... either raw quartz... Wait, no, it's like silica something, isn't it? Yeah, dissolved silica. People always say, like, why don't I use this recipe, or why don't I use that recipe? I don't particularly want to. It just seems quite complicated, and I don't know if it's worth it. In fact, that could be a video. Is dissolved silica worth it in Satisfactory 1.0? I will take a picture of this, so when I look back at my pictures in like 17 years time, which I never look at my photos on my phone, but whenever I do, I'll be like, oh yeah, I was supposed to make that video back in 2025. Yeah, this might be a video. Because it's quite complex if you look at this, and it might be worth it, it might not be. But as of right now, I'm just going to go with a basic silica recipe. Why did that come up? Oh, right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, this is just simple. I could also use cheap silica as well. I just don't necessarily want to. I could, but I'm not going to. It does look really good. I mean, yeah, it looks decent. The only problem, though, is that you make an extra liquid. And then with the liquid, you then have to combine it again with limestone and water. So you're making a liquid, turning it into a liquid, then combining that liquid with another liquid to form a solid with a liquid byproduct. So and of course it requires refineries and blenders rather than just a constructor. A constructor is cheaper to make, it uses less space and consumes less power, whereas both of these two combined probably uses quadruple if not more the amount of power. So for now, I'm just going to stick with our basic silica recipe. But again, I will make that video for you guys. If it's something you're interested in seeing, we can then do all the calculations for that. And I'll get back to you on if it's a good recipe or not. Because, I mean, who knows? It could be a fantastic recipe. And if it is, like, astoundingly good, I will change it. But as of right now, I'm not necessarily going to. Okay, I'll move you over there a little bit. Then when it comes to you lot, again, I'm... Okay. We're going to need a little bit more room here. So move you over to there. Move you over to here. And then get you in here, roughly. There we go. It's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like quite a stretch and quite a grind just to try and make a little bit of silica there. Because you're also having to include, what was that, nitric acid? Yeah, nitric acid. So you have to get nitrogen involved just to make a bit of silica. And I'm sure you do get a lot of silica from this. But is it really worth having limestone, water, and nitric acid, which then requires iron as well? I don't know. It seems like a lot. But again, I'll make a video about it, because even I'm a bit interested, if I'm honest. And the majority of videos I make in this channel are just about things that I'm interested in. So, yeah. Which sounds a bit selfish, but... I mean, it's my channel. What can I say? If there's a subject matter I'm interested in, I'm gonna make a video about it. What did I just do there? There we go, that's fine. Okay. So, let's try and figure this out then. I do probably want to try and move you lot over here a little bit more, in fact. There we go. Nice and simple stuff here. Why are you so far apart? Squish you in there. Like a little sardine. Okay, let's do this. Electromagnetic control rods. 1 per minute. For that, we then need 0.5 high-speed connectors. And for our high-speed connectors, we make this in the... manufacturer, I suppose? What's it even called, this thing? Oh, welcome, Kabowers. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome. That you're well today? Electronics. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. This one. I think. Wait. Quick wire. Yep. Silica. Yep. Okay. This is the right one. Good. And we are making 0.5 of these, which is 15 quick wire per minute. 6.25 silica, which is fantastic. That's a good low amount. And 0.5 circuit boards per minuto. Fantastico. Great. Now I wonder, when I did this bio thingy sculptor thingy, did I do any of these calculations over here? I did 2.5, 4, 14, okay. 2.5 stators, cable. So none of what I actually need, I don't think. Ah, 0.75 high-speed connect, and of course right now we need 0.5. That's a shame. That's a good thing about doing recipes like this though. Like eventually further down the line, I might need a recipe that, let's say, involves one magnetic field generator. Actually, no, it won't do. It might involve one electromagnetic control rod. Then all I've got to do, Control-C, Control-V. And before you know it, I've just saved a good half an hour worth of work. Of course, if I wasn't yapping on, I can get this done in 5 minutes. But I like to take things nice and slow, as you guys know. Hello to the animals. Animals? What, in here? I don't think there's... Unless there's, like, satisfactory animals. Speaking about animals, our neighbours have got a new cat, and it keeps shiting in our garden. Cats infuriate me. Some cats are okay. Some cats are fine. But, I can't with cats most of the time. Because their mood swings, it's unbearable. Like, 1 minute they're purring next to your leg, and the next minute they're trying to kill you. It's like, make your mind up. Okay, that's fine. 1.2... Literally 1.25 Caterium ingot per minute. Oh, speaking about cats, there you go. Stars are aligning. Yeah, some of them are okay, but we've got like maybe 10, 12 cats that just walk around our garden now. And they all hate each other. And you can hear them at night just meowing. It's like, oh, just go to sleep or something. Stop beefing. Life isn't supposed to be this stressful. It is what it is. Okay, 2.5 Caterium ore, that's not too bad. And then when it comes to our copper ingots, we then need 6.25. Having a quick look at this. Oh, that's fantastic. 2.5 copper ore. Brilliant. And 1.7 water. Again, fantastic amount there. Great. You need superposition oscillators for... Yeah. Yeah. The superposition oscillators, which apparently I really struggle with saying. Superposition oscillator. There you go. Is a pain, if I'm honest. It's only used to make 3 things, 2 of which are extremely important, and this, I suppose, is also quite important. But the thing is, right... Oh. Never mind. I was going to say this isn't actually that difficult to make, but you also have to have power shards. So you then have to make synthetic power shards, most likely. But to make this thing, dark matter crystal requires quite a lot of coal, but not that bad. Crystal oscillators, pretty easy. And then some aluminium stuff, again, pretty easy. And quite a bit of excitophotonic matter, which essentially is a free resource, so that's not too bad at all. So actually making this thing isn't dreadful. But the fact that you have to use this and then a bunch of other stuff to then make something else, that's the difficult part, unfortunately. Okay, now let's move on to our silica. So we need 6.25 silica per minute, and as of right now we'll be consuming the basic recipe. If I was to do this, it would then require 3.75 raw quartz. Really chill amounts, that's fantastic. Lastly, it's our circuit boards. where we only need 0.5. I have made a video about the best circuit board recipe, so if you guys would like to know what the best recipe for you might be, always check that out if you so wish. But for me personally, it's going to be this one, which unfortunately does require more silica, and I've got a feeling I'm going to be using every single drop of raw quartz in my world. And the reason I say that is because I'm going to be using a lot of raw quartz in my diamond recipe. So, yeah. That's a slight concern. It is what it is. But yeah, I think that is what I'm going to run out with first, if I'm honest. 1.1 copper sheets and 1.1 silica. This very quickly whilst we're here. Which is 0.7 we'll go with. Raw quartz. And then now with our copper sheet, this might seem quite excessive. Because for this recipe, I'm only needing 1.1 copper sheets per minute. But the thing is, when I build these factories, I'm not creating 1.1 copper sheets just for this. And then with another build, then doing 6.25 copper ingots, that's going to go into that. No. All of my copper sheets and my copper ingots and other copper items are all going to be produced in the same factory. So I'm most likely going to end up having, let's say, 500 copper sheets being made here. So I'm not just making 1.1 copper sheet per refinery, that's a bit of a waste. But I'll most likely be making a more significant amount like that, for example, like 500 per minute, which eventually does start to add up. But as of right now, let's go back into copper, go 1.1, which is 1.1 copper. I should have probably known that, actually. Oh well. Lovely. 1.1, yeah, 0.5 copper ore, and then 0.3 water. Fantastic. Lovely. So, I believe that is actually it for our magnetic field generator. Wow, we've just calculated our magnetic field generator recipe in less than an hour. It's not too bad. One of the crude oil nodes is getting in the way of where you wanted to make your plastic. I've got that feeling as well. I've had that happen before. When you've had a good factory layout, and then one of your miners has just got in the way, and now you have to like build around it. Oh, it's annoying sometimes. There we go. I think this is not too bad. Do I want to drag these down here though? I don't know if this will make things easier to visualize or more difficult. No, I'm going to keep it where the way it was. There we go. But yeah, that's the magnetic field generator done, which is one of 4 things I need to do. Luckily, the final one's a bit of like a get me out of jail free sort of thing, because it's literally just excited matter. And you get this for free. So in theory, let me just do this very quickly. Wait. There you go, done. Oh. Okay, let's just tackle this. Neuro quantum processor. I know it's something I need to do. I'm trying to put it off. But now, let's do it. Let's calculate the Neuro quantum processor requirements in Satisfactory 1.0. I've actually made a video talking about this, but I haven't, like, properly calculated it. Oh, look. Oh. Not too bad. So we are going to need 5 time crystals per minute. Okay. Tie crystal. 5 of you lot there per minute. And again, I'm pretty sure with a time crystal, the only thing it requires is diamonds, right? Shine bright like a diamond. Yeah, it is. Okay. Shine bright like a diamond. It's a good song, that. I know I just butchered it completely, but it was a good song before I butchered it. Next, we need 1 supercomputer per minute. Okay. Not too bad either. And the final 2 things are the Ficsite trigons and the excited photonic matter. Again, not too bad either. Is it like Ficsite? Is it all in caps? It's not. I don't know why, but I've always just written it all in caps, like Ficsite, again in 3D caps, but it's not though. I don't know why I do that. And the last one is the excited photonic matter. Okay. Which I cannot, you know what, I can't be asked to type it all out, so yeah, I'm being lazy, sue me. All the cops, it's okay. And that's 15 trigons. And is that 25 excited photonic matter? It actually is, wow. So that worked out perfectly there. So in that case, let's begin with our time crystal. And I'm sure that I'm most likely going to require quite a lot of room for this recipe. Maybe not, maybe I'm sailing on a false illusion. Let's see. 5 time crystals, and that doesn't sound like a lot, right? 5 time crystals, not too bad. I think you're made over here, aren't you? I think. Again, it does add up. 10 diamonds doesn't sound like it. Wait, only 10 diamonds? I swear that's like nothing, isn't it? Where's the one that I really want to try and use? It's not even here. Is it made in here? It is. And bright like a diamond. Wow. That's not too bad at all. Because if I wasn't to use this recipe, how much would that be for the basic? So I'm saving like 120 cord per minute. Damn. I do realize, by the way, that I am saving a bunch of cord around the world. Yes. Guilty. Lock me up. I think it's a good idea. So, and this is what I was talking about earlier when I said that I want to try and save a bit my quartz crystals as well. Because I don't know how many of these diamonds I'm going to have to make. But I will be consuming quite a lot of raw quartz from this, which I'm not very excited about. However, I have got another way that I can save extra raw quartz here. I'll show you in just a moment. A few of you already know where I'm going with this. I'm going to show it anyway though, because I'm proud. You think it's fine when the terrain gets... Yeah. It should be okay. To plan my factories is called Neuro. It's free. You can have like a paid version of it as far as I'm aware, but I just have the free one. It does exactly what I need it to do for a free app. Cord is 80. There we go. Yeah, quartz crystal. So the way that I like to make this is by using raw quartz, obviously. And you wouldn't believe where I'm going with this. You wouldn't believe it. Water? What? No way. Wow. A water recipe? No, that's impossible. I never use water recipes. There we go. So yeah, this does help a little bit. And this is called... It's not called wet. It's called... What's it actually called? This alt recipe. It's got a weird name, hasn't it? Yeah, pure quartz crystal. That's the one. And we need 30 of your faces, which is around about... We'll go 40 raw quartz. I'm pleasantly happy with that amount. I'm okay with that. And water is 22. 22. It's a song. And that is literally our time crystals done, which is not too bad. I feel like logistically it's not too bad. I know water. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Speaking about water, make sure you're staying hydrated at home. This is your daily warning to drink water. Apparently it's good for you. I don't know. Right. Supercomputers. Did I even do like a best recipe for this? I did, didn't I? The problem, though, is that when I made this recipe... Oh, look how complex this is. When I made this recipe, there's a lot of recipes I've used in this that I no longer want to use. For example, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. I think that's fine. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's fine. That's fine. That's wrong. That's fine. If I remember correctly, this was the best recipe, wasn't it? Because you save the most... Actually, no, this one you save the most on raw quartz. Super state computer. Where the only thing you need is computers, ECRs, not the political party, and batteries. Ooh, battery. Which then requires sulfuric acid. Right, and what are we using our silica on here? Circuit boards. And that's it. Can't be. We're using 200 somewhere. 29 there. Again, this recipe's wrong as well. I'm gonna have to redo my supercomputer recipe. Yeah, what a disgusting. Yeah. Well, that's wrong, but where's the west of my raw quartz? Ah. Ah, right. There's not much I can do about that. You're making 15 computers per minute. You're making 0. And you're making 20. I still feel like that one's the best by far. Yeah. Water is not too bad. Copper, that's going to go down quite a lot, I'm guessing. Iron's going to go up, but that's still not too bad. Deuterium's really low there as well. Bauxite's really low. Coal is going to go down to 0. Nitrogen gas is... This recipe's really freaking good. What the hell? I'm just going to use this. Again, there are a few things here that I'm going to change. However, the bones of it is decent. So let's go with super state computers. And it does mean that I'm now going to have to completely redo my supercomputer recipe from scratch. Because, again, the recipe that I used back there is a bit off. That's actually a good thing. It shows you how much I've actually changed. And my opinions on other alt recipes has also changed over time. The only downside is that I've now added like a good extra hour onto this. Oh, what even was that? A grip. Okay, let's do this. Let's smash it out the park. Super state computers, and we are making one of those per minute. So 3 computers. Oh, that's handy. Oh, this is what I was talking about. 1 electromagnetic control rod. You come back over here for a second. Oh. Copy and paste. Again, that saved like a good 20 minutes. Oh, that's handy. Wow. What was the first one? 3 computers per minute. That would be simple enough to do. I mean, it's a computer recipe. I believe the recipe that I had over here originally is actually the one I want to commit with. Yeah, it does mean that I'm going to be consuming quite a lot of raw quartz, but I think that'll be okay. Yeah. If you could add any alt recipe, what recipe would it be, and what name would you give it? I would add a recipe for the AI expansion server, where you can make 100 of these per minute, where you consume 1 iron ore, and I would call it cheese. I should be a game dev. I mean, if that idea doesn't get added into the game, I think we should riot. Yeah, I think we should. That's such a good idea. Wow. That really is just game changing. Okay, then 1 electromagnetic control rod. Should add in just a little bit. 10 batteries. Battery. There we go. And then, I mean, look, 25 wire, man. That's so simple to do. Really, the only complex thing here is the batteries. And that's going to be made in our aluminium factory. So computers will be made in our electronics factory. The electromagnetic control rods will be made in our electronics factory. The battery will be made in our aluminium factory, and the wire will just be made in our copper factory. So, I mean, that seems simple. I'll most likely just end up making this in our electronics factory then as well. Then just get a train from our aluminium factory and a train from our copper factory into our electronics factory, and you've just got yourself supercomputers. In my pea-sized brain, I feel like that's pretty decent. But again, we'll plan all those logistics a little bit later on. Starting with the easiest one, obviously. You. Then you're gonna go... Yeah. Here. Why are none of you lot added to that? There we go. Of that. 1,200 ballistic warp devices per minute for 1 iron ore. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. Oh, imagine the coupons. Oh, imagine the coupons you can get from that. Obviously, I've not sunk a ballistic warp drive yet, but that must be worth, like, a lot, right? Ballistic warp device. Drive, even. What are you saying? That's not too bad. That's not, like, almost 3 million sync points. I mean, just round it up to 3 mil, right? Wow. But at the same time, though, like, look at the resources it consumes. Like, this thing's gonna be horrible to try and make. 3 mil? Damn. For one. Wow. That's not bad. Okay, so you're added on. Let's sort out our computers now, which again should be fairly basic. And then over here, and I think our computer recipe is somewhere down here, isn't it? Yep. I'm happy with that. And this is 5 computers per minute. Obviously, we want 3, so we are going to have to redo this a little bit. Which is a shame, but shouldn't take that long to do, honestly. Move you out the way. Lovely. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Wow, pure talent right there. Just absolute pure talent of the highest order. Yeah, 2.9, it's crazy. 2.9, how much is an adaptive control rod? Only 76,000? Well, that puts it into, like, perspective. One adaptive control unit, not control rod, is 76,000 sync points. Whereas the ballistic warp drive is 3 mil. All the way around. It is 40 times better. It gives you 40 wow. That's not bad. It's literally, like, I think that's the best way to put it into, like, perspective. If you guys are making adaptive control units, it's 40 times better than ACUs. Yeah, that is quite a lot. Sure. For real. Sorry. I'm trying to talk like a Gen Alpha. Which, luckily, I don't, because otherwise, I would probably cry myself to sleep. don't know why Instagram Reels keeps on recommending me Gen Alpha memes. I really do not. It's the last thing I want to try and see on a Wednesday morning. Today is Wednesday, isn't it? Yep, good. You know what day it is? Woo. It's painful. Okay, 3 computers per minute. Wait, actually, no, it's in the manufacturer. No, it's not. It's made in here. Yep, okay. I was right the second time. The first time. 3. 4.5 circuit boards and 1.5 crystal oscillators. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I believe that's okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, should be. Right. Let me just type this in, then we'll see what they actually need other than just the basics. Circuit board. Oh, I forgot to get rid of this. Whoops. I had this filled out and it didn't look right. I'm going to need less than what it says here, which is good. Literally peak comedy. It's painful though. Like, it's painful. It really is. It's brain rot, as they call it. The highest order. I'll round it up to, you know, I'm gonna round it up. Yep. I'm not doing 9.9s. Miss me with that. I'm not doing 9.9s. We're doing 10s. Because we are 10s. That's vile. Okay. And then you require 6 raw quartz. Not too bad. And now we have to do 10 copper sheets and we're back over here again. Wait, I know this one. I know what it's going to be. Well, I know the first 2 at least. Because this will always be the same as the amount of copper sheets you are producing. And 10 copper ingots, I've got no idea what that even is for. Oh. Okay. And then water is like 3, we'll say. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Now let's move on to our 1.5 crystal oscillators per minute. And I believe there's a couple different crystal oscillator recipes. Did I make a video talking about this? I feel like I did, didn't I? And I said that, like, this recipe isn't bad, but it requires rubber. So if you've got a bunch of rubber sitting around or lying around, you can always use it in this. But the first recipe doesn't require crude oil, so it's pretty good. Welcome, Blue Sky Robin. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome to the live stream today. Welcome. Cry. Still oscillator. That was the joke I made in the video. I remember the video now. Because I said something like, even though it has the word cry in the name, it's not actually that difficult to make. See, my jokes are so bad, I can remember them. That's how you know you've got a concerning skill of telling bad jokes. The only jokes I can produce are bad jokes. Either jokes that are so bad you smell because of the fact that they are just that bad, or just questionable jokes. Quartz crystals. Oh, I'm not making you in there, am I? I'm making you in the refinery. There we go. And we need 27 of you lots. 35, that's not too bad. We'll go 35 raw quartz, then 20 water. Not too bad at all. Nice. Now when it comes to our 21 cable, yep, that's fine. It's 42 wire. I feel like this recipe isn't necessarily cheap, but it has to be done. Ah, even this is wrong. Here I'm using the copper ingot recipe. Even though now, of course, we are changing it to iron. Yes, you can make cable from iron if you use the iron wire recipe. This is also wrong. Okay, good that we're actually spotting this now. Anything else that's potentially wrong? I don't think so. That was definitely wrong. And where is my reinforced iron plates? I'm gonna guess it's this one? Beck. This one. First try. Wow. We are true gamers. Yeah, that's pretty good. Is that right? That's in the wrong spot, isn't it? Yeah. Wow, professional gamer. Get rid of that. Of course, the numbers here now aren't correct, but we can just change that. No problemo. There we go. You're not lined up in the middle. You are? Where aren't you then? Now you are. Okay. Nice. You missed the best alt recipe. Oh, did I? Oh no. What did you miss? Not much. I beat Satisfactory 3 times. I slayed the Ender Dragon, and I defeated the orcs. But other than that, we're just still going with this recipe here. We have finished the magnetic field generator recipe, which is fantastic. So we are now working on our Neuro quantum processor recipe, which is not fantastic because it's a pain. It took you over a month to finish your diluted fuel setup, but you're pretty happy with it now. You sectioned part of it to make electronics up to supercomputers. Nice. Yeah, I'm the same with my diluted fuel recipes as well. It took me ages to do, but I think it's worth it in the end, honestly. I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, next up now we need to do, what was it? Cable? Yeah, 42 wire. I think it's in here, isn't it? Iron wire, fantastic. Fantastico. Which requires 24 iron ingots. And iron ore, I'll figure that out in a minute. I think if I do all my ingots at the very end, it might make things a bit easier. Oh yeah, the 1 iron ingot to 100 ballistic warp. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. That's as a minimum, by the way. If there's anything less than that, we're fuming. Stitched. There we go. I do love me some stitched iron plates. .5 iron plates and 25 wire. Okay. Back over here again. We're using quite a lot of wire in this, aren't we, actually? Seeing it all laid out now. Go with 14 there. That's good enough. And then, what was that? Iron plate. How many iron plates is that? 12.5. Bad. 19 down there. So in total, we have to do 19 plus 14, which I don't think is 7,621. But I do think it's 33. Go with that. And select you lot. Drag you over to here. Then yeah, you guys can just stay there for a minute. This... Is that right? I think I've done this, haven't I? I think that's actually correct. So in that case then, we'll bunch you lot together. Same thing here. There we go. Select all of these lots down here. Background, we're going to make it nice and black like that. Perfect. A little bit of this. Brilliant. Now let's try and do these ingots. Then we'll look at the resources needed for this thing. So, first of all, 24 iron ingots. Requires 13 iron ore. Yeah, respectable. And 7.4, we'll go 7.5, water. Again, fairly respectable there. Next, we've got 33 iron ingots, which is roughly 18 iron ore. And 10.5 we'll go with water per minute. Everything else should now be correct. So our computer recipe requires raw quartz, iron, water, and copper. I don't think that's too bad. I'll take it. Risking the Ender Dragon and the Orcs. Oh, really? That was part of the update 1.1 update. It just came out now, in fact. Yep. We are playing update 1.1. In fact, this is actually 1.2. I wish. No, the update's not out just yet. For anyone wondering, that was a joke. It's not out yet. If it was, then it would be out, but it's not out, so it's not. Next up now we have... Oh, the battery recipe. Oh, man. I hate batteries. They're not even that difficult to make. It's just calculating them, which is I find a bit of a nightmare. It's fine. We can do this. I believe. 10 per minute. Okay, and we're using... I did do a best recipe video for this, didn't I? What did I decide was the best recipe again? So, for this recipe, you save... Oh, look at that crude oil. What the heck? It can't be that bad. Oh, that's from the rubber. I don't want to get rubber involved. Then if I was to use the second recipe, I save a lot of bauxite. Why do I save so much? I'm guessing just using less aluminium stuff. You then save on sulfur and water. Right, okay. Yep. Yep. So again, this requires 30 rubber. If I was to make 10 of these things... Wait, actually, how many is this for? Oh, this is for 30 batteries. That means I only need 10 rubber, which is like, what, 15 crude oil? Not bad. It'll be the world's smallest battery factory. Because what else are batteries even used for? Oh, literally nothing else. They're only used for supercomputers and to fuel other vehicles. So let's say I was to make like 200 of these, or 300. That'll be 450 crude oil down there. Isn't really that much. 600 something copper, 525 bauxite, 825 water. I might just go with classic recipe, purely based off bauxite and sulfur. I know it seems like a lot more crude oil, and I suppose it is. Oh man. Right. So the thing is, right, if I go with this recipe, I need to consume 16 petroleum coke. I've currently got a factory that's producing 1,600 petroleum coke per minute as a byproduct. So this is where it was supposed to go to. Whereas if I use this recipe here, the heavy ore residue comes back in on itself. Not only that, but we actually end up with additional heavy ore residue. Shouldn't do. No, technically that's actually being solved. I might commit with this. Because again, it's consuming 10 rubber per minute for one supercomputer. Let's say I want to make, again, 300 of these things. That's 300 rubber. I'm currently making 2,000 when everything's fully functional. So I feel like that is kind of actually worth it. So let's go with classic battery. I'm just double checking, is the recipe here completely fine? Diluted fuel, yep. Good, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with this. And in theory, just third everything here. So if this says 60, just third it to 20 and that should be our recipe sorted. If I remember correctly. Okay, well, first of all of you lot have to move. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. Yeah, street mode for pipes would be fantastic. I can't wait for that. To be honest, the only update I would really want for this game is the one that allows blueprints to connect. Yeah, that'll make things nice and simple, because that, as of right now, is so annoying. And it's not just conveyor belts, it's things like pipes and rail as well. If you were to make a rail blueprint that connects from one side of your blueprint to the other, and join that blueprint onto one right next to it, it won't work. Your train will then stop at the end of the blueprint, which is kind of annoying. Which is why, if you do have a blueprint that involves rails, you have to leave a gap in between. Which, again, is just a bit more annoying. Okay, let's do this. $30, $15. Oof. Roughly 17.7. That's a painful amount, but oh well. And 17. Wait, what was it before? 52.5 divided by 3 is 17.5. Okay, we'll do that. And for copper ingots, divide that by 3, and you've got 5 points. Oh, that's roughly 6, to be honest. There we go. 6. It's 21. And 52.5 again, that's 17.5. 105 divided by 3. Oh, can I actually figure this out? 35? Yeah. Nice. Because 90 divided by 3 is 30. Then 15 is left over. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 95. Mathematics. Wow. 7. 21. Oh, you're going to be annoying. Actually, are you? 22. No, 15. 17.25. Like that. Okay, heavy ore residue. 7 divided by 3. Yeah, I'm going to calculate that one. 2.33. So let's just go 2.5. And 52.5 divided by 3 again is 17.5. Good. 45.75 divided by 3 is 15.25. And again, 17.25 here. So is that right then? Can't be. Bro. Wait, that's gone? Whoops. So that means we've got water left over, doesn't it? Surely that means we've got tons of water left over. An industrial storage container has 2 inputs and 2 outputs. So if I put 120 iron per minute using 1 input, would that mean the outputs would be 60 each? They should be, I believe. I think they do automatically split. You might want to do some testing with that, but I think it is like that. Yep. Speaking about testing, I'm going to look into this a bit more. So we've got our scrap here. I think I'm using this one, aren't I? Yep. So that is 35. Okay. The water there was wrong. It was 12.25. Okay. When it comes to the solution, it's 21. That is indeed correct. I believe we then use sloppy solution. 17.5, 17.5, yep. Okay. Alright, I know what I did here. Okay. It's a bit confusing. 17.5. Let's see. No, bro. 17.5 minus 12.25 gives us 5.25 left over. Go into there. Okay. That part's now done. And this next part should now be nice and simple. Because everything here is now correct, in theory. In case you're wondering, by the way, why am I reducing everything by 2/3? It's because this recipe produces 30 batteries per minute, but I only want 10. So just third everything. And this part's very simple to do. And welcome to Bearded Cobra. I hope that you're doing good. Welcome back. Good to have you tuning in. And there we go. That should be right now. We'll give that a quick double check. And I think the batteries are made here because they require... Actually, are they? 15 sulfur, 20 plastic, 30 wire. Good. Okay, everything here is now right. This is huge progress. Very good, very nice. I'm gonna grab you lot, move you up to there. And down to here. That's good enough for now. There's a lot of lines going everywhere. I'll make it look a bit neater a bit later on. But as of right now, that's good, I believe. Yep. Where does that go? Timbuktu. That's brilliant so far. Next, what we're going to try and do is our 25 wire, and this is already done. And the last remaining thing... Oh, wait. Oh, I thought we were done. I was going to say the last remaining thing is the Ficsite trigon, so we haven't even touched the superposition oscillators. Oh, dear. Okay, 25 wire. Let's just get this out of the way with. This is actually wrong, isn't it? Right. Yeah, this part here is wrong. Let's get rid of you, actually. Grab that. 15, that's 21. Copper ingots. Not copper ore, copper ingots. And then from this, we then make our copper ore plus water. A water recipe? Yes, I know. Astonishing stuff. And this won't be that much. I'm going to guess it's going to be 8.24 is my guess. Copper ore. 8.24. Ah. 8.4. Close enough, I'm happy with that. And water is 5.6. With water, I don't know how you even predict it. It's so weird. If you wanted to use it as a load balancer, it won't work properly and will distribute stuff weirdly. Yeah, just use it as like a storage container. Then after the storage container, then add in your smart splitter or whatnot. Yep. I don't know why it has 2 inputs and 2 outputs. I suppose it can be used for something. We have to find a way. Okay. Yeah. That's where I was on 25 wire. So grab you lot, then grab this. This game has so many, like, side quests. You start the day doing one thing, you finish the day not doing the thing you started. Yet it still feels like a successful day. That's... There we go. Move you over there. Grab you lots. Move you into here. All of this to make supercomputers, right? And our supercomputers are then made to make, used to make the Neuro quantum processor. Right, okay. It might be easier if I color code some things here, but as of right now, it's okay. It's fine. Obviously, this is wrong, by the way. Got diluted packaged fuel and heavy oil residue recipes, and you just finished your plastic, so once you make the modular engines, you're going to having a lot of fun with packages. Yeah, they can be fun. They can also be a nightmare, just depending on how it goes. Hopefully it goes... Wait, what am I doing? Oh, wait. I've just realized a flaw with this recipe. I'm not making copper wire. I'm doing iron wire. So in that case, this has to go then. Yeah. I mean, you two can still go into there. That's not a problem. But the numbers here have to be recalculated. Because this isn't right. It's like 6 copper ingots. That shouldn't be too much at all there. What was that, 2? 2.4. And 1.6 water, okay. And for our 30 wire... Okay, yeah, things here are a bit different. Oh. I still think this is the better choice for me to be making here. I do like... Oh my days. I do like this iron wire recipe. I think it's decent. That's 17 iron ingots. Which then translates to... Ooh. Like, maybe 9 iron ore? Let's see. Yeah, 9.154. We'll say 9.5. And water is 5.3. Yeah, I'll take that. Now I can copy and paste this recipe over and actually have the proper loadout. Layout, actually, not loadout. This is not Warzone. Realign you over there. Push you up a little bit. Where are you supposed to be? That one. Okay, I mean, this could all get moved a little bit higher, actually. It lines up with this, roughly. Like that. Same with you lot over here as well. Should be lined up with that already, which you are. And you again should line up with that. And you line up with that. Okay, great. Small oopsie there, but it's okay. These things happen. I was on the right one. Whoops. So 25. That's actually wrong, isn't it? Wire 25. 14. .6 and 4.5 we'll go with. I'm not writing down 4.308, no chance. We'll round up a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. The next recipe that I then want to try and tackle, which shouldn't be that difficult to do, is the Ficsite trigons. And the reason as to why I say it shouldn't be that difficult is because I think I've already done it. Maybe not necessarily 15 per minute, but I have done some of it, which will make things easier here. And then, oh man, this will be like the very final hurdle. And after that though, we've actually finished this in stream. We haven't finished it yet though, so let's not get the champagne out. Yeah, Ficsite trigons. I think I did that here. Okay, so you're 20 per minute. I need 15. So I could divide everything here by 4, then times it by 5. Divide it by times it by 3, not times it by 5. Divide it by 4, times it by 3. I want to do that. I mean, yeah, why not, honestly? Save me some time. Make sure you're straight. Enough. I am using Caterium, by the way, for my Ficsite. I just prefer it, honestly. There's no water near the crude oil you have. There is... Unless you have to go a bit further away from that. Yeah, that's when it becomes a problem, isn't it? Yeah, it's very annoying. Behave. It's not that difficult to do. So, divide it by 4, times it by 3. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times by 3 is 15. That's my theory behind it. I'll round it up a little bit though. There we go. Yeah, good. 20 divided by 4 times by 3. 15. 60. No chance. 20.1. Oh, you know what? Screw it. 20. No, we'll do 20.1. Let's remain what it should be. And 54 divided by 4 is 13.5. Times that by 3 is 40.5. 41. Simple as that. Wow. Move you around to here, and move you to there. And there we go, we have got our brand new Neuro quantum processor recipe done. We've also got our magnetic field generator recipe done, and our new and improved supercomputer recipe done. That is very good progress so far. The last thing that I've been putting off now for a while is the Superposition oscillator, 1 per minute. It's not that difficult, it's just the thought of doing it. It's like jumping off a bridge. Why is that the first reference that came to mind? It's like bungee jumping off a bridge. I don't know why it has to be from a bridge, but it is. The thought of doing it sucks. when you finish it, it's like, wow, why did I do that? And then you'll convince yourself it was the right thing to do. And then you'll have a breakdown. Anyway, enough about Satisfactory. Dark matter crystals, we need 6 of you per minute. Oh, we also get residue. Okay, wait, I haven't calculated for this. I think for our last recipe as well, we also get dark matter residue as a byproduct. And I believe it's also 25 per minute. So, right, that just, it sucks though. No, it doesn't suck, it's actually really good. I convinced myself. So that's dark matter residue, 25 per minute. Dark matter residue. Are you making a road from rubber? A road from rubber? Oh. I was going to say like a road made from rubber. That's interesting. To your smart plating motors, and it's just perfectly fits between 2 dumb rock pillar thingies. Oh, that's good. I love when that happens. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, it's nice. It is nice. Okay, so I'll add that there just for now. Then we'll come back over here again. Neuro quantum processors 1 per minute. Because again, I'm pretty sure you also produce 25 dark matter residue. Well, I'll be damned. That's incredible. Wow. Making it look nice and neat. Aw, lovely. Alright, back to you. I'm really putting this off, aren't I? One crystal oscillator. Isn't that what I'm making over here? It's 1.5. Okay, divided by 3 times by 2. Good. Not bad. Oh, can I spell this now? Good. Okay. I can spell in my first language? No way. Clad aluminium sheets. Oh, it's getting worse, isn't it? It's actually getting worse. Why are you so far? Actually, that's okay. Yeah, you can remain there. I was gonna say why is it so far down, but that's actually fine. Clady aluminium sheets. That's 9 per minute. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then 25 excited atomic matter. Remember, it's excited. It's smiling. It's laughing at your presence. There we go. Finish that one already. Then very quickly, you then produce this as well, don't you? I do want to change the colors for this, maybe. That looks disgusting. Wow. No. No. The same. Like I like that. Purple at 40. Okay. Can I change the shape? I can, but I'm not a big fan of that. I don't mind that, though. There we go. I think I'll do this instead. So in total, we're actually going to get, like... In fact, wait. We're going to get a pretty high amount here of dark matter residue from all this. 75, right? You get 75 dark matter residue for 1 AI expansion server. Yeah, I feel like that's not too bad. On a scale of 1 to bad, that's pretty high up there. Why have you done that? Be straight. Just be straight, man. In fact, you know what? Screw that. And again, yeah, you come back over here. Let's do this. What are you supposed to be? Dark matter crystal. Six of you per minute. Crystal oscillator 1925. Good. Great. And when it comes to our dark matter crystal, we've already got a recipe for this. Again, it's a video I've made fairly recently. There we go. I'm guessing it's this one. I try and like darken everything now, so I know which one of these recipes is actually good. I should probably have like a separate sheet for all the confirmed recipes I want to do, rather than like this, but it still works. If it works, it works. Yeah, I like what I've done here. And that's to make 20 dark matter crystals. And I need 6. Number there is a bit weird, but again, we can most certainly make it work. We always do. So if I do 20 divided by 20 times by 6. Divide everything here by 20, then times it all by 6. That will work. Might not sound very counterproductive, but it will save me a lot of time. Why have you done that? Did I tell you to do that? No. Oh, dearie me. If I could slap at my monitor, in fact, I can't. I won't do. I won't. Because that is not nice. 50 divided by 20 equals times by 6 equals 15. Really? That's a nice round number. 10 divided by 20 times by 6. 3. 3. Wait, what? 6. That makes more sense. Except that doesn't make sense. This is wrong. For my diamond recipe here, I'm not doing that. So, I mean, it's fine up until here. And this is where it gets wrong. Let's just finish this off first, though. So 25 divided... Well, it should be half of that, right? 7.5. 100 divided by 20, 5 times by 6, 30. Okay, let's shine bright like a diamond and figure this out. $48 coal and 18 quartz crystals. And we've done something quite similar over here, didn't we? Is it here? Yeah. Essentially, again, copy and paste this over and reconfigure the numbers around. This way I just save on coal, I save on nothing else but coal. I like it though. I think it's a good recipe. I like it. Why do you bend? Thank you. Okay. Oh dear. We are almost half a month. In fact, no, we are half a month into this new year. A lot's happened so far. A lot will happen. And that'll be interesting. Hopefully it'll be good. I can't imagine everything will be good. But you never know. We'll go with 24 there on the raw quartz. And then we'll go 13 there in the water. Brilliant. So that is our dark matter recipe done. And I believe this should be correct. I'll have a very quick double check here. Because I think I'm making these dark matter crystals here, aren't I? Yeah. 3, yep. Okay, good. So everything there is actually correct. Brilliant. The next thing to then do is our crystal oscillators. which, like I previously mentioned, I want to bring everything over from here, divide it all by 3, then times it by 2. And I think that would be a good recipe there. I'll not sound like a good recipe, but I promise it's not complete right. I am astounded by the progress we've made today. I honestly did not think I'll get this all done in one singular stream, because it's a lot of information, and I hope that you guys are okay with it. This won't be like a daily occurrence, but you have to understand, before I actually build any of my main factories, I have to get this done. Otherwise, I don't know how much of any item I need to make. I explained this towards the very start of the stream, but let's say, for example, I am making... Let's take quartz crystals as an example. I am making 600 quartz crystals in my world. I built a factory for it. Everything is nice and neat, but it turns out I need 3,000, not 600. I've then got to redo everything and then times it by 5 to make it 5 times bigger, which is annoying because I've just built my quartz crystals factory. However, let's say, on the other hand, I built a quartz crystal factory and I'm making 5,000 quartz crystals per minute, but now I only need 3,000. It means that a lot of the work I've done, I've now got to get rid of, because I don't need that much. So I'll rather calculate the exact amount of quartz crystals that I need in my entire playthrough than make the amount that I need, and probably a little bit more as well, just for compensation. That way, I don't underproduce anything, I don't overproduce anything, and I make the perfect amount that I need. That's what I want to try and do. That's my goal, that's my ambition. Why... Thank you. I hope that does make sense, by the way. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. This is a massive project? Yep. It's a big one. It is huge. Because the thing is, right, with this thing, is that you're already combining, like, 3 big projects together. You've got the magnetic field generators, which in themselves are a pretty major part in the game. You've then got the Neuro quantum processor, which, again, huge part, which uses a supercomputer. And then you've got the... Actually, this part isn't even that bad. The Superposition oscillator, which, again, is like a whole different thing. So it's combining multiple different big projects together, essentially. Okay, let's do this. So we're doing 27 divided by 3 times by 2. It should be 18, right? 18, yep. Same thing down here. 20, we'll go roughly 24. No, that's not what I said. There we go. 20. Oh, that's going to be a rough one. Is it like... Ooh. It's going to be somewhere near like 14, I think. 13.4. Yeah, we'll take that. Cable, that's 14. Wire... 28. I think. Double check that one in just a sec. 42 divided by 3 equals times by 2 equals 28. Get in there. 8, 16, 24, 16. No. 13 divided by 2 equals times by 3. Wrong way round. 13 divided by 3 equals times by 2. It's roughly 9. Roughly 999. And you're going to be... Five? Yeah, that's correct. I should have got that ages ago. Yeah, no thanks. 3.75 divided by 3 times by 2. 3.25? Oh, wait, I did it wrong. It's lucky I'm, like, double checking these things. Divided by 3 equals. Times by 2 equals. 2.5. This makes a bit more sense. And again, I probably should have got that, actually. Let's try and figure out the next one without a calculator. 12.5. Well, 12 divided by 3 is 4. Times by 2 is 8, so it's going to be 8 point... Oh my days.
Суперчатчик
Yo,
$10.25. Thanks for the best recipes videos. Always go out to get information or new ideas.
I think Vladimir had some sort of attack there, but thank you very much, CM, for the €10 donation. Thanks for the best recipe videos. Always good to get confirmation of new ideas. Oh, thank you very much, man. That is incredible. Can we get some huge GGs in the chat for CM? Can I, like, pin donations? I don't know if that's a thing I can even do on YouTube. I can heart it. There you go. Thank you so much. I wish I could pin that donation there, but YouTube's like, nah. Not today. But, thank you so much, though. That's extremely, extremely kind of you. There we go. And, welcome. I'm glad that I can help, because I really generally do enjoy these things as well. So the fact that I can help people whilst also doing something I like is just a win-win for me, personally. But yeah, thank you very much. I lost track of where I was. I'm, gobsmacked. So I think it was just that one. Okay. 4.8.4 we'll go with. Yeah, the good thing about the best recipe videos, though, is that a lot of people, again, really do end up enjoying them. And I find them useful as well. I must admit. 13.5. I'm happy with that. And for you, ooh, no. 6.7, nice. Really? No. Again, lucky we saw that. 9.4, there we go. It would be cool to make a factory build that is sectioned in the same kind of manner as the interlace in Singapore. I think I know where that building is. I'll just double check it though. Oh, I didn't know what this building was. That could be really nice. I mean, the thing is, right, if I was talented, I would do this. But we're talking about a guy who's called the Valharden Pickle, right? Like, talent is not something that's served on the menu here. Looks so... Is this real? Obviously, I know it, like, it's planning to be built, but is it, like, actually built? I mean, this looks real. Huh. I mean, I'll try my best to maybe build something like this in the future. But again, my talent is not quite like that, unfortunately. We're lacking in the talent department. Okay, so in total here we've got 22.9. I'll say 23, screw it. Okay, then 23 iron ingots is going to give us... How much? Please be good. 12.4, I like to see that. And 7.1, sure. It's so close to just being 7. Why can't it just be 7? It'd be too simple otherwise. Okay, now it's time to move on to the owl-clad aluminium sheets. Which I'm not looking forward to because they're a bit of a pain to make. That's the ingots. Where's the sheets? I didn't do the sheets, did I? Okay. But the sheets is made from the ingots like this. And I think the recipe I chose was... what did I choose for this? I don't think I chose that one because it has silica. This one. Yeah, it's this one. I have to try and make 9. Is there any other way I can try and like cheese this and copy and paste something over from here? I doubt it, right? Okay, well, you're making 17.5. And if I was to make none of these alclad sheets, and I think I'm making them in there because I'm using copper. No. It's essentially half of that, but it's not quite. I think I'll just do it normally. Yep. Welcome back, Vinod. I haven't played Satisfactory in a few weeks, not because you're drained out, but because you're currently enjoying another game called Space Flight Simulator. Oh, nice. I've heard of Flight Simulator, but never Space Flight Simulator. That's all good, though. Hopefully you're enjoying the game. That's what's most important, right? You. Mirror. So you require 9 aluminium ingots. Okay. And some copper ingots there on the side. That's not too bad. So we'll use this recipe to help us out here then. We've been live now for 2 hours, by the way. Damn. Doesn't feel like it. Who would have thought, like, doing 2 hours of math would be this much fun? I mean, it's not even supposed to happen. This is fake news. So you're going to go there. I'd then like to move you out to here. Then come back over here. No, this one. That's what I wanted. Come back over here. And now what I'm going to do is essentially get rid of everything else here. All the numbers are going to go. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Nothing. Actually, what did the numbers actually mean in Black Ops 1? That's where it's from, right? Black Ops 1 was such a good game. But the thing is, the last time I played it was so long ago, I was literally a child. And I kind of forgot, like, the majority of what actually happened. All that I know is I really enjoyed it, and I played it way too many times. Okay, so you require 9 aluminium ingots. Wow, that is fantastic. What I could have actually done was divide everything by 100 and times it by 9. It's like, oh, should I do that? Yeah, in fact, I will probably end up doing that. Let's focus on copper then for a sec. We need 3 copper ingots. Okay. What a crazy amount. That really is wild. If you want to see a weird shaped building, I would not dare to try replicating Satisfactory. It will be the Udi Library in Finland. Oh god, can you imagine me making this in Satisfactory? Oh dearie me. It looks really cool in real life. Why are all the images so crap? There we go. Oh dear, can you imagine me making that? No way. No way. I mean, there's a couple, like, real-life buildings I will try and replicate, like the Willis Tower. It's not called the Willis Tower anymore, is it? I always just call it the Willis Tower. It will always be known as the Willis Tower to me. How, Chicago. I feel like this would be fairly simple to replicate. Use a bit of bit of glass, bit of concrete maybe. That's fairly simple. Other buildings are rather simple to do. I saw someone remake the Twin Towers. I mean, like, structure-wise, in Satisfactory, they're very simple to make. I don't know if they made the buildings around the main 2 towers. That was quite nice. Any buildings here in London? No. Like, all the buildings in London are so, like, weird looking. London skyline. And there's a reason for it. What is that? What is... either I've like gone into a coma for 10 years, or, I mean, that just doesn't look like a very good shape, though, does it? No, that shape doesn't sit very well with me. But yeah, our skyline is just weird. And there was a reason for it. And it's because of this building here. Essentially, St. Paul's Cathedral at one point, I believe, was the tallest building in London. And they wanted you to be able to see it from, like, no matter where you were in London, they wanted you to have, like, a direct view of it. So that's why I think so many of the buildings here are built quite weirdly. It's that you can still see it from certain angles, but unfortunately they're sort of getting rid of that rule now. Which is why you have, like, the walkie-talkie building, which is somewhere, and, like, this thing. And this dreadfully designed building, other stuff. Yeah. But now most of our skyscrapers are in Canary Wharf, to be fair. Yeah, even those buildings aren't that easy to replicate. I mean, the HSBC building I can do. Building... London. But it's... like, why? Barclays one as well, that's fairly simple. Wait. Huh? That looks quite nice. Pointless as hell, though. That is so pointless. Like, look at that wasted space. I mean, it looks nice, but, like... a company mostly thinks about efficiency for space, especially in a place like London. So why would you waste all this room that could be used for offices? Obviously, again, it looks nice, but would they actually do that? Would they improve employer happiness, but then potentially lose out on revenue? Doubt it. Yeah, I've got to look into that, if I'm honest. What buildings can I replicate in this game? If you're a fan of Star Wars, I'm sure a few of you might already know this, but Construction, who's a Satisfactory content creator, built like an entire Star Wars designed world over on his channel, which, as you can imagine, was really freaking awesome. Like, that's talent. This isn't talent, what I'm doing. This is just fun. Most of the time. Okay, 120 divided by 100, obviously is 12, or 1.2, sorry. And times that by 9 is roughly 11. 9. 0.3 times by 9. No. 0. Nope. Woo! 0.3 times by 9. 2.7. 100 water, 9. 9. Ooh. 0.7 times by 9. 6.3. I should then line up with this. It does. Okay, good. 0.4, 3.6. No. 13.3 divided by 100. No. I apparently can't type today. 13.3 divided by 100 times by 9. 1.2. Wow, 1.2. That's crazy. 0.9. That's even crazier. Ugh. 0.6. Give or take a few. Right, so that's all of that now done. Are we almost finished? Oh, we are done! Oh. I think we're done. Don't know why I sound so relieved. think we are done. Move that over a little bit first of all. Move that over to there. And get this, grab you by the face. Move you to there. Push you down. You can find the middle part, there we go. Have you been to London once and the buildings there were definitely something? Yeah, they're very unique. Especially again in that sort of like central London sort of area. Not Canary Wharf. Canary Wharf is a bit more normal looking buildings. Why are you doing that? Don't want it to go that high. There we go. That's it. And there we go. So, now that we've done all of that, what I'm going to do off camera to save you the absolute pain of me watching me do another 2 hours of this is add up every single item I'm using here. Like 20 plastic over there, then let's say 30 plastic over there, so that's 50 plastic. I'm going to add up all my basic resources like iron ore, copper ore, water. I'm then going to add up all my ingots and every single thing. And that'll be it. But essentially, this is what you need to make the AI expansion server, one of them per minute, where you get a total of 75 dark matter residue produced from this. I don't actually want to do that. 75. And then change the inside of this to green. Wow. So you need one magnetic field generator, which mostly just uses iron, if I'm honest. Although over here it uses like no iron whatsoever. What is that? The high-speed connector makes sense. Then needs some computers, time crystals, batteries, supercomputers, Neuro quantum computers, electromagnetic control rods, more Ficsite trigons. You need crystal oscillator, dark matter crystals, superposition oscillators, and of course a lot of excited photonic matter. In fact, to make that 75... 75? Yeah. To make that 75 excited photonic matter... Oh, yeah, that's literally one of these converters. It's almost a third of one. That's really good. So that won't be an issue there for space at all. In fact, what I'll probably end up doing is rather than making one of these for 75, I'll do 3 for 25. This way I don't have to like split the pipes weirdly. I can just do 25 straight into this thing, 25 straight into there, and 25 straight into this thing, which makes the logistics part of it a lot easier. Despite having to place down triple the amount of converters, it still makes things easier. Regardless though, stream, we achieved everything I set out to achieve today. And I'll call that a successful day. Hopefully that all saves, by the way. If that doesn't save, I am uninstalling this game and deleting my YouTube channel. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. But thank you very much everyone for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you again to CM for that huge €10 donation. Oh, welcome to Coco. I'm just doing the outro, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. But I hope that you're doing well, though. Welcome to the last minute of the stream. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to the 100 people that watched as well. And for the 3 likes on the stream, thank you very much as well. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll be back again tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. I might do like a regular Satisfactory stream where I just make my, what's it called? Plastic and rubber factory look a bit nicer. I might do a bit of that. Beautification is the word I like to try and use. Yeah, we'll beautify the area. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and remember, Godspeed.